My name is Deirdre, and I'm retired, and I love to garden, and I love to cook, and I love to read, and family, spending time with family. This year, I usually grow serranos, and I have black cobras, and they're really unique in Chile in regards to that. They flip over and they grow up. Their tail is up, and they're black, hence black cobras. And this year I branched out, and I'm growing cucumbers and carrots and lettuce and onion. So I'm expanding my garden this year. The Persian cucumbers are interesting. My daughter was just sharing with me they have a female aspect and a male aspect in terms of and fertilization. She just shared that with me this weekend, and because I got excited because I could see the little cucumbers that look like capsules right now, and I said, oh, there they are, because I've been saying, when are they going to appear? So that's one thing I learned this weekend. And fertilizing on a routine basis, and just creating a good environment. I'm pretty vigilant in going out there almost every day and saying, how are you guys doing? What originally brought me into HealthFit was the HBOT component of this facility, and the staff here was so helpful and shared a lot of information. And it was for a family member of mine. And while I was here, I asked Haley. I said, "Hey, I've had a frozen shoulder for over 18 months, and recently had inadvertently." Raised my hand to catch a tennis ball, and I felt something pop. And then after that, it suddenly felt a little better, but still restricted. So I thought maybe I should pursue therapy again. And she said that Dr. Wayne was an excellent, he's focused on frozen shoulders and had great success. And I said, I'll give it a try. So it segued into me becoming a patient here. I wouldn't say that it actually stopped me, because I had become accustomed to it, and I was compensating by raising my entire left side, reaching for something, reaching for a plate, reaching for clothes in the closet, and you just become accustomed to those movements. But until you felt the discomfort and pain when you reach beyond your comfort level. Dr. Wayne shares a lot of information, and he shared that this new shockwave treatment could really benefit me. I had not heard about shockwave treatment until I came here. I had seen other therapists. I had gone through PT with another facility, and it felt like I was just going through the motions at each visit, doing the same thing, and taking exercise home and following up with that exercise. And when he recommended the shockwave treatment, of course, I did some research on my own before I started to pursue it. And I thought, well, let me check it out, And that has been a remarkable journey in terms of effect. It is noticeable, and along with his PT, his stretching and his treatment on each visit, it's been crazy good. During the first treatment, I was a little bit nervous. I didn't know what it consisted of, but he puts you at ease. He explains, and he's very responsive in terms of allowing you to communicate to him pain levels. He says, on a scale from 0 to 10, what is your pain level? And he never, once I get to a certain pain level, he doesn't elevate it for more effectiveness or anything like that. And so that put me at ease. and I felt the pulse internally in my arm, and I felt that it was actually reaching areas in my arm that otherwise would not receive attention. And after the first visit, I noticed a greater range of motion, and I could not attribute that to whether it was his specialized PT in there or the Shockwave, but I think it's a combination of both. Just today, I was sharing with him, I had a session today, and I was just sharing with him, it's been a really good week this week. It's like a noticeable difference. It has been incrementally, I wouldn't say incrementally, substantially, my range of motion has improved week by week. And this week, I noticed a great difference in terms of range of motion and less pain when going about my daily activities. No, I don't. I really feel that he uses two, I'm not sure if it's two wands. There's a radial one that focuses on a wider range of muscle, and then there's a focal one that pinpoints like the areas where I feel the most pain and restriction, and he uses both, and I feel that it really targets those areas, and that it has really contributed to my range of motion, regaining my range of motion. I physically feel it. Well, he's very candid in everything, and in what he's, before, and every exercise that we do, he explains why we're doing it, the effects of it, and what my body is automatically doing to resist that, and how to recognize that. So he shares so much information with me that it provides me a level of comfort. And it also enables me to feel comfort in asking him questions. And I ask him a ton of questions, and he, he's very thoughtful in responding to me and sharing information with me. One takeaway, it doesn't really, it's not really, it has to do with me personally. It's like, I want to share what he's done for me, and what this HealthFit has done, and how I benefit. I want others to know, and that's why I agreed to do this interview, because I feel that, if somebody's suffering with the same limitations that I have, and that I became accustomed to, just accepting that this HealthFit can provide you an enormous relief and really help. So I think that's one of my takeaways. But in terms of me, myself, well, I'm just, elated that the circumstance that brought me here, which wasn't a personal, it wasn't me regarding me personally, but the circumstances that brought me here has led me to benefit from it. I think it was stagnant. I think that it would have continued that way until maybe somebody threw me another tennis ball higher up. It was, I had plateaued in terms of my range of motion, and I think I would still be, lifting my whole shoulder to reach for things, So that's, I'm no longer there. I'm really happy with the progress that I've made here. He's a pretty cool dude, and he's easygoing, and he's real people, and I find, I look forward to my visits here, even though they can be, he pushes you to your limit, so there is some discomfort in terms of that, but I still look forward to coming here. I think it is totally worth your investment in time, your investment in financially, and I often think, like people's, they spend money on a pair of new shoes or a car. And this is an investment in yourself, and I think it's totally worth your time and effort to come in here and check it out. You have nothing to lose and everything to gain. Yes, as I shared with you moments ago, I would recommend anyone coming into our HealthFit suffering from whatever your specific physical ailment is or restrictions, and just come in and chat with the staff here. And everybody that you come in contact with here, whether it's over the phone or you walk in, they're just so open to sharing information with you. And if they don't know the answer, they'll refer you to another staff member who does. And it's really worth your time and effort to come in here.
Hey, if you found this video useful, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell notification for our latest tips coming to you every week. Share this video with your family and friends. It might just make their day a little bit better. I'll see you soon.